What's up, y'all? This is J.R. Taylor, and we are here. First of all, I'm so glad we are here. We made it. We have made it. And there's so many things that I want to talk about. There's so many things that we have to talk about. But let me break down who I am because it's going to be actually the first video. This is what we call the drum roll to the big thing, yeah? So, coming soon, we have Perform Unleash coming this fall. What is Perform Unleash, you ask? Well, Perform Unleash is a talk show, my talk show, that we talk about all things, not just dance related things, but because I do have an extensive dance background, those are the things we are going to talk about a lot because it's from a dancer. I will always be a dancer. That's just what it is. But we have this other things that we have to talk about, right? So that's coming this fall. We've already shot 10 episodes. We have so many good special guests. We have Luther Brown. We have Jamal Sims. We got Brittany Perry Russell. We have Zena Foster. We have Lauren Lott. We have Mike Morrell. We have so many people. We have dancers, comedians. It's a full set. It's a full situation. I'm maybe at the end of this video, I can put in a little special preview. In fact, that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put in a special preview so you can get a little teaser of what's to come this fall. But before then, what we have to do, we have other things we want to do. And what I want to do is talk about those things because I can't wait. So I had to do these reviews. And on top of these reviews, I want you guys to chime in and tell me what things you want me to review, what things you want me to talk about, because that's what I'm here for. I'm here for my people, and you are my people. So be my people and let me know. Make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you let me know what you want to see. I mean, I'm talking about, again, it's not just have to be with dance, okay? We can talk about, no, I love trash TV, y'all. I love trash TV. I love Big Brother, but Big Brother's going on right now, so we can't go backwards because that's already in the middle. So things coming up, we got Real Housewives of Atlanta, we got Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, we have I guess I do watch a lot of Real Housewives, but we can start doing those. We can, I don't think I'm gonna. We can start doing those. We can do music reviews. We can do movie reviews. We can do current event reviews. Entertainment. I don't want to go into the politics, but stick it to entertainment. I don't want to do the he said, she said. That's not what this is, okay? We're going to have fun. We're going to be informative. We're going to have a great time, okay? So are you guys ready to get started about today's topic? Because I think we should. We are going to get started on today's topic. What are we going to talk about, y'all? Today's topic is the 2024 MTV VMAs. Okay? That's today's topic. Let's go. So that topic is what we need to dive into. So for those who don't know, the MTV VMAs 2024 airs this Wednesday, September 11th on MTV, right? For all performers, whether you're a dancer, you're an actor, you're a singer, you're in work in production, no matter what it is, this is a big time for us because these award shows have been going on since 1984, I believe was the first one. And it's always been a staple in everyone's household, at least my household. I grew up with the VMAs, the AMAs, the Grammys. I mean, every award show you can think of, Soul Train Awards. I mean, every award show I was glued in front of the TV. I might be telling my age, but I used to press record on the VHS and rewind, pause, and just to get those performances reminded me of like a big a high school talent show where like all the people in the industry got together that time of year to really show off what they've been working on months because they used to work months and months for these performances. It's probably a little different now. We'll get there. But you can tell with so much work put into these performances. I mean, from the music to the styling to the just everything. So it's always been a big staple in my life. And then to, come of age and then get in the industry and then, really have a blessing to work at these award shows is really just a dream come true. So, but we're going to focus just solely on the MTV VMAs. Now, this is not going to be a review because it hasn't came on yet, right? So what this is going to be is a prediction show and a breakdown of the best choreography category. We're going to break down the other categories, but we're going to really focus on the best choreography category because that's what we need to focus on and that's what we need to talk about. So let's start with let's start with when it airs. Did I already say that? Yes, it airs Wednesday, September 11th. So there we go. Okay, so let's just start off with the performers. Let's start there. Yeah. So this year is held in New York, which is great. I'm from LA, born and raised South Central LA. That's where I'm from. That's where I be. That's who I am. A lot of people don't think I'm from LA, but I'm from LA, real LA, y'all. From LA, okay? So but the VMAs belong in New York. Even though it's been here a few times, I think the VMAs belong in New York. I think the VMAs belong at Radio City Music Hall. That's where it should live. It should be like a residency. That's where it should stay. Now that it's been at other places like the Barclays Center and other places, these big arenas, I think it loses something from it. It's not because it's so and now it's so big and it's so such on the grand scale, I think it loses something. I really do think it should go back to the Radio City Music Hall. That's just my opinion. So MTV, that's where I think you guys should move it back to, or some type of theater that's going to bring that back what it used to be. You know what I mean? But I think it should go back to Radio City Music Hall. That's just my personal opinion. Now, anyway, so it's in New York this year, and the performance this year we have Benson Boone, we have Camila Cabello, we have Anita, my good girlfriend. That's my sister. I love you. She knows that. Chappelle Roan, Glow. We got Hosley, we got Jesse Murphy, we got Carol G. Lenny Kravitz, the iconic Lenny Kravitz. I'm so intrigued and interested in what he's gonna perform. He does have a new record out, which is actually dope. That video was dope. We have Les Seraphim. We have Lisa, which I'm excited to see. LL Cool J, the GOAT. We have him coming out. We got Meg Thee Stallion. She always puts on a great show. Shout out to Drew Hill Knight. We have Sabrina Carpenter, which is gonna be, I think is gonna be awesome. She's like one of the biggest stars right now. And I think that's going to be awesome as well. We have Rule Alejandro, we have Teddy Swims, and Shawn Mendes. So those are the scheduled performance that they've announced so far. Obviously, MTV always have special performances, surprises, and all those things. But as of right now, today, Monday, what's today? The 8th, the 9th? Those are the performances that they have scheduled, okay? Now, with that lineup, how do we feel? How do we feel with that lineup, you guys? I'm also looking at my Instagram live right now so I can get those comments live, and we're going to bring those comments into the chat. But how do we feel about the comments that we have going on, those performers? I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm so stuck on my youth and what I'm used to seeing on these award shows. Like again, these award shows were a time for artists to really show their ish. Like it was like every performer was amazing. Like you could not wait to see the next one. It wasn't about oh, let me go to the kitchen and cook something, or let me go get some popcorn. I'm gonna use the bathroom. Like you literally was glued because every performance was everything. Now it's just like they're not as I'm not gonna say as good. They're just not as maybe it is good. They're just not as good or exciting or as I mean, I don't know. And then I feel like we're missing a lot of people from this lineup. Obviously, I think. Well, where are the legends? Where are the performers? Where are they? Okay, bring them back. Where are they? I know Beyonce can't perform at every award show. I know Rihanna can't perform at every award show. I know that Doja Cat. I know that the people who really perform can't. I know Usher can't. I know of that. But there are a lot of other people out there that are willing, that deserves it, that are willing and ready. So, we're talking about the year of 2023 into 2024, right? I want to say we're missing a few people. Okay, where's Chris Brown? He's not on tour. MTV, are we still holding Chris Brown accountable for some stuff he did years and years and years and years and years ago? Like, if that's the case, I think you need to clear all the roster because everybody's done something. I think it's time MTV forgives Chris Brown. Okay? He needs to come and help your award show and have a show because he's going to put on a show. It, it's time we forgave Chris Brown. Okay? It's time. How long do we have to hold somebody accountable? He's held himself accountable. It's time to let Chris Brown perform at the VMAs. Start a hashtag. We're going to start that right now because I don't understand why Chris Brown is not at this award show performing. Usher's on tour, and he's actually in New York right now touring. His shows is there, and he has 4 shows in a row, and they're all sold out. And that next day is the MC. I think the 10th is his last show. Tomorrow's his last show. So I think he should have performed out. Maybe he's a surprise performer. Who knows? But I'm gonna state the obvious. Okay, I'm gonna state the obvious. That's right. Shout out to Candace Brown. She said, "If God can forgive, so can you." Absolutely. Listen. Let's talk about the power of forgiveness. Do we have time? It's my show. I think we have time. Listen. The power of forgiveness is so powerful. We all are going to fall short. We're all going to do something. We're all going to have to be forgiven. Doesn't matter what scale it is. Don't matter what scale it is. We're all going to have to be forgiven for something. And I just hope if you're holding on to somebody else's forgiveness or grace or whatever, just know you're going to need it. Sooner or later, you're going to need that grace. You're going to need that forgiveness. So I hope when it's time for you to do it, and receive it and get it from your counterparts or your people, your friends, people you don't even know. Because a lot of people who judge you, who don't even know you, I hope when it's time for you, you understand that you're going to need that as well. So please forgive, forgive, forgive. Yeah, I love that. It's already let Chris Brown perform. Let's just let him perform already. It's ridiculous at this point. But I'm going to go on and state the obvious. Someone's going to have to explain to me where are the girls. And what I mean by the girls, we have this faction of girls. We have the Chloe Baileys, we have the Victoria Monets, we have the Coco Joneses, we have all those girls. I mean, like where are they? The Normanis. Where's Normani? And why is Normani not performing at the VMAs? Why is Victoria Monet not performing at the VMAs? VMAs, you guys have to pull up because let me tell you, or we're gonna pull up to the VMAs because let me tell you guys something. How is Victoria Monet not performing at the VMAs? I can safely say it's not because she doesn't want to. I know it's not because she doesn't want to. So MTV, Viacom, what's the problem? Why Victoria Monet is not performing at the VMAs on you guys' big stage? Not the pre-show, not the red carpet. Why can't she get on that big stage? Because if you're telling me Carol G and Sabrina Carpenter and Chappelle Roan, if they can get on that big stage, Victoria Monet should be on that big stage. Point blank, period. I'm going to have to understand. Someone will have to tell me. Why Victoria Monet is not performing? She had one of the biggest records of the year. Not even arguably. She had one of the biggest records of the year. Why she's not performing on your stage? Someone's going to have to tell me that. Let's get into the same reason Nicki Minaj got pulled and replaced by Megan. Problems may be. Let's see. Maya, Janet, Usher, Chris, NSYNC, Pussycat Dolls, Mariah, Corey, Victoria, Tiana. These are all good. These are all good things. Like, these are all good stuff. Chris, like, the people wants it. Where is Janet? Well, here's the thing. I'll say this. Janet doesn't even have to perform on that stage. She's done it. She's turned it out. She's given us performances over and over and over. If Janet don't want to perform now, I'll support. Now, I'll be selfish because I want Janet to perform and I want to see Janet perform because if you know me, Janet is the reason. She is the blueprint. She is what helped a lot of the girls I'm even naming want to do what they do, and they have definitely, been inspired by her. So I'm not expecting Janet to be at every award show because at this point, Janet can pop out whenever she wants to and go back whenever she wants to. But for the girls who are climbing the ladder and on their way up, like the Victoria Monets, why aren't they on your stage? Someone's gonna have to tell me that. Now, I don't like using a race card. I'm not gonna go into all of that because I'm not gonna do that. That's not what this video is about. But I do have to, someone's gonna have to tell me why she's not on your stage, okay? So let's start there. Oh my God. So those are the performances this year. Let's see how it is. It's hosted by Megan Thee Stallion. This should be interesting to see her perform, to see her host. I think Megan has an exceptional personality. I think her performance is going to be awesome. So I think that's going to be a good thing to see Megan perform and, to have double duty as host and performer. So I can't wait to see that. I'm back to Victoria. Why Victoria's not on your roster? Why she's not performing? Okay, we're gonna hold there. Should I go over the nominees and break down the categories? That's probably a lot, but let's go into a couple. Well, there's a new category I do want to talk about. So there is a new category this year that the VMAs is introducing. It's called MTV VMAs Most Iconic Performance. Again, this is a brand new category. This is the first year they've done it. And what that is, kids, is they are breaking, or they've given you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different VMA iconic. I use that very loosely on the nominations that they have. Iconic performances, and is this a voting category? I believe yes. This is a voting category. So there's category. So let me break that down as well. So for the VMAs, there's a lot of categories that we get to vote on. Allegedly, we get to vote on, and then there are professional categories that we do not get to vote on. We're going to break that down later because we're going to get to best choreography soon. But this is one of the categories that we, the people, are allowed to vote on. Now, let me break down these iconic performances. Now, we have Beyonce Love on Top, where she announced the pregnancy of Blue. That is an iconic performance, hands down. That's an iconic performance, not just because it's Beyonce, but because she announced her pregnancy, because that was a huge song, because of the performance, all about everything about it. And it was refreshing to see Beyonce do something so it had a lot of choreography, do not get me wrong, but it wasn't the choreography that we're used to seeing Beyonce do on all our performances. It was great, So that is an iconic performance. Eminem, the real Slim Shady. This is back when he had like the 100 Eminems dressed like him, and he was in front of Radio City Music Hall. Actually, started outside and he came inside. He had like 100 to 200. It was probably more than that. Eminems that looked alike, and he did the real Slim Shady. That was an iconic performance. Do not get me wrong. That was an iconic performance. This is where it starts to get shaky. This is where it starts to get shaky. We have Katy Perry. I love Katy Perry, by the way. She's an awesome person. She likes to have a lot of fun. She's awesome. Katy Perry's Roar, when she performed Roar, remember she did, I think it was in front of the Brooklyn Bridge, I believe. I know it was outside, and I know she was in a boxing ring, and she performed Roar. Roar. And that's slated, and that's a nominee for best or most iconic performance. I personally don't think it's an iconic performance. It's so many iconic performances that MTV has that could have went there, and we'll get there next. But that is nominated, so that's the third nomination. The fourth one is Lady Gaga Paparazzi. Hands down, that's an iconic performance. That's when she was in the white. That's when she went up and she started bleeding. She had blood in her eye. She had blood everywhere. She started with the crutches in a wheelchair. If you have not seen it, look that up. That was an iconic performance, hands down. We don't have to talk about it because it was iconic. And I consider that iconic. Another one, Madonna, Like a Virgin, when she was on top of the wedding cake and she was dressed up like a bride. She came down. This is when Madonna Britney and Christina performed together when she came up the wedding cake. See, that was what you call a callback or a reference from when she did first. I don't think a lot of kids knew that. But yes, she did that performance and she rolled around in a wedding dress. And back then, it was so controversial. Like, it was so controversial. I think that was like in 1984, I believe. But if you do your research on it and go back and look, um, it, it was an outrage. It was outrageous for her to be dressed up like a bride and roll around on the ground. And now that is child's play. In fact, that is like mandatory. Like, but back then that was unheard of. It was crazy. I'm gonna go back to these comments too. I see you guys Instagram live. Okay, speaking of Madonna, Britney, and Christina, that is the next nomination for the most iconic performance, which was Madonna, Christina, and Britney, featuring Missy Elliott because she was in that too. Yeah, hands down an iconic performance. I mean, Madonna came out. It was the two hottest pop girlies in the game at that time. Madonna is, the pop star of all time. And to have them three and to have her kiss Britney and Christina, because see, a lot of people did not realize she kissed both of them. But because she kissed Britney, and it was at the time that her and Justin had just broke up not too long ago. They did a camera shot to Justin to get his reaction. That they missed Christina's kiss. So Christina didn't get the same kind of rah-rah that Britney got because she kissed them both. But it's like the audience just seen the one kiss, so they really didn't give her the same type of flowers or rah-rah or whatever. And, it is what it is, but she kissed them both. And but that was an iconic performance. Again, shout out to Missy Elliott because she was in that as well. And then the seventh nominated, iconic performance is Taylor Swift. You Belong to Me. This is the one where this is pre Kanye West. So this is like Taylor Swift, Taylor Swift. You got to be a Swiftie to know this. She wasn't like, she's definitely was nowhere near the Taylor Swift that she is now. But this is when she was to, wear the Keds, the red dress, and she was started off in a subway station. It was a clever performance. Do not get me wrong, it was clever. Started in the subway, she ran the streets of Manhattan, and again, she went inside the Radio City Music Hall, and she finished there. It's kind of the same way Eminem did. So it was a clever performance, but to be listed as the most iconic performance that MTV VMA stage had, absolutely not. But that's just my opinion. So that's just my opinion. I think I think Taylor Swift has had better performances than that one, but that's the one that they nominated, so that's their list. So where is Michael? Where is Janet? Where's Britney? Okay, hold on. Mm-mm. Okay. So we have a problem here. Houston, we have a problem. Or MTV, we have a problem. Because you're going to have to explain to me how those are the 7 iconic videos nominated. Okay. And maybe, here's the thing. Let me give MTV, let me bring Grace back to the chat. Maybe MTV didn't want to put so many iconic performances together, and they wanted to space it out because this is a new category. So maybe that's what MTV was thinking. Like, hey, let's not put, the Janet, the Michael, the MC Hammers, Nirvana, there's so many countless iconic MTV VMA performances. So maybe they didn't want to put them all together the same year. Maybe, let's give grace to MTV, maybe. But however, I still don't understand. I mean, speaking of Madonna, yes, we gave the Lock the Version one, but where's Madonna's Vogue? Like, if you have not seen Madonna's Vogue MTV when they were, And here's the thing. Here's the thing. This is back when, okay, if you lip sync, nobody cared. In fact, we didn't care so much. She didn't even have a mic. She didn't have a handheld mic or a cordless mic. She said, forget it. They know I'm lip syncing. It's about the performance. It was that good. Where no one cared. No one cared. And when she said, what? And that fan came out, y'all playing. Y'all playing. Y'all are playing. How is that performance not nominated? That makes no sense to me. Y'all are playing. Um, let's get to Janet. I mean, every Janet performance from If and That's the Way Love Goes to Doesn't Really Matter to Scream when she honored her brother. How are these not listed as one of the most iconic videos to be voted on? Not videos, performances to be voted on. I don't understand. MTV, you got some explaining to do. Britney Spears, Slave. How? How is Britney Spears' Slave video not listed as one of the most iconic performances to be voted on? You can do Slave or Oops, I Did It Again. Like, MTV, y'all got some explaining to do. Michael Jackson's Melly in 95. How, when he did Dangerous, how is that not one of the most MTV iconic videos or performances? Sorry, I keep saying videos, but performances. How is that not nominated? It's probably not nominated because it's the same reason why y'all took Michael Jackson's name off the Vanguard Award. That's a problem. That's the problem. Why would y'all take Michael Jackson's Video Vanguard? Why would you take his name off of it? Why? Someone's gonna have to explain that to me too, MTV, because you can't tell me it's about. That's a whole nother video. I'm not gonna dive into that. Maybe I'll do a video because the thing about that whole situation, I'll wrap that up really quick. Everybody loves an allegation. Everybody loves when something's salacious. Everybody loves, when something's negative. But then when the truth does come out, or when stuff happens, no one reports that or correction, or you think it's something, or whatever the case may be. But then when it comes out that something's not true, or something was debunked, or something, no one reports that part of it. You have to literally go search for the truth because it's tucked away somewhere, but it's out there. So MTV, you're gonna have to explain to me why Michael Jackson's 95 performance is not one of the most iconic performances. But again, it's probably because you took his name off the Video Vanguard Award. Shout out to Missy Elliott, because let me tell you something. When Missy Elliott won that Vanguard Award, she made sure she said, thank you for my Michael Jackson Video Vanguard Award. Because that's what it was named. The award was named after him, for him. Because, they created the award for him. He was the first person to get it. He was named after it. And now they just took his name off because that's a whole nother video. Let's keep it going. And here's the thing. Okay, and where's Nirvana? Where's Nirvana? Where's Nirvana? That was when they performed. They were going to perform this song called "Rape Me," and it was. And of course, that sounds crazy, right? I know that sounds nuts. But let me tell you why this performance was iconic, though, because they were told you can't perform this song. Like you cannot perform this song, "Rape Me." You will not perform this song, "Rape Me." Perform something else. But remember, the VMAs is live. That's why it's always chaotic, and that's what makes MTV VMAs so fun. Hence why Little Mama went on stage. Hence why it just so many things that happen at this award show, because it's live and it happens. And so Nirvana went on stage and they started playing the chords of "Rape Me." And the MTV execs and people I know, they was losing their minds. But what they gonna do? So they played the chords of "Rape Me," but they went into another song of "Lithium." This was back in 92. So that's iconic in itself. Yeah, you think I'm about to play this, I'm gonna have y'all almost have a baby, but we're gonna go into Lithium, a different song. But you guys thought we was gonna play Rape Me. For that alone, it's iconic. Plus, it's Nirvana. It's very iconic. Where is Prince's Get Off in '91 when he had the yellow pants and his ass out? That's iconic. That's iconic. He literally showed his ass. Literally, he showed his ass. Where's it at? Where's it at? Someone's gonna have to tell me where that's at. And believe it or not, listen, say what you want about what I'm about to say, but you're not gonna say it's not iconic. Where is Robin Thicke and Miley Cyrus in 2013 when she was bent over twerking? Okay, was that iconic or was that just controversial? Because there's a difference. I could be mixing up the two. Let me go to my Instagram. Was that iconic or was that just controversial? It probably was controversial. But where's it at though? Because that was a real memorable performance. You would never forget that performance when her tongue was out. She had stuffed animals on stage. She was bent over. She was, I mean, Robin Thicke looked like Beetlejuice, or he worked at Foot Locker. I don't care. I'll stand on my own hill. That was iconic, okay? That was an iconic performance. I don't care. It was an iconic performance. Some of my credibility probably just went down, but it is what it is. I feel like it was iconic. Or maybe it was just, a moment. Okay, speaking of moments, let's go over to some dope MTV moments now, because I want you guys to understand how dope MTV VMAs are and why people love this award show so much, including myself, and why we take it serious. Why when something's wrong, like the best choreography category, we're gonna get there. I promise you, we're getting there. So, some of my favorite MTV VMA moments over the years is, do you guys remember when Courtney Love was throwing her makeup at Madonna while she was being interviewed by Kurt Loder? It was the most hilarious thing. And then Kurt Loder, that was funny. He got up to invite Courtney Love up there as Madonna was being interviewed. If you have not seen it, do yourself a favor and YouTube it. Courtney Love, Madonna, MTV interview. It is hilarious. She literally crashed her interview. And this is Madonna. But Courtney Love, she didn't care. Another controversial moment, as I said before, of course, Kanye West interrupting Taylor Swift. And here's the thing about that. A lot of people really didn't even know who Taylor Swift was back then. A lot of people did. Do not get me wrong. I'm not saying people didn't know or she wasn't famous or she wasn't popular, because she absolutely was. But there was a faction of people who had no clue who Taylor Swift was. And that really prepared her and not prepared, propelled her and to people who she didn't know. So yes, that was such a disrespectful thing. Absolutely disrespectful. But it did help her to introduce her to a whole nother different audience who was like, who is this girl that Kanye West is interrupting? So that was a moment. Remember when Diana Ross hit Little Kim's boob when she had on the purple. She on the purple. It was her, Mary J. Blige, and Diana Ross came out to present with them, and she rolls her hand and popped that titty. That was definitely a moment. That was a moment. What else do I have? I have Prince with his ass out with the yellow. So is that a moment or was that iconic? I think that was both. That definitely was both. Remember when Michael Jackson came out and he opened the award show when he just got married with Lisa Marie Presley? God rest both their souls. And they came out and Michael Jackson and her kissed. It was so awkward. It was so awkward because as a kid at the time, it's like, you don't even think of Michael Jackson like that. You really think of Michael Jackson of not even, like you think of Michael Jackson being asexual. Like you don't even think of Michael Jackson even having sex or doing any of that because it's Michael Jackson. But to see him like kiss Lisa Marie Presley was like awkward for me, but it was definitely a moment for MTV for sure. Some other, moments. Remember when Fifth Harmony performed and they had just went from 5 to 4 and then they snatched Camila Cabello off the stage because it was someone being her and they snatched her. And then I think they performed Work or Angel, something, but look that up. That was kind of controversial and kind of a moment as well. And remember when they said why would y'all set Christina Aguilera up to give an award to Eminem when you know that we're beefing? See, MTV is messy. Like that was so I mean, they were beefing hard, and you had her present the award, and y'all knew who was gonna win. See, maybe she didn't know, but y'all knew who was gonna win, and he won. Look that up. That was so awkward. And those are just a few moments because there's just loads of moments, but those are just a few. Let's check in with the people and seeing what they say. Um, a lot of people are okay. Well, I didn't know that about MJ Award. Yes, Candace. Yes, that is so true. It's a lot now that they know what they were doing. MTV was going to. Yeah, I liked a lot of these comments. Listen, MTV, we're gonna have to figure this out. Okay, so let's break down. Now this is what this is what y'all know y'all came for, okay? Let me let this simmer just a little bit, okay? Because this is what y'all came for. I know this is what y'all came for. This is what y'all came for, so let's get to it. Mm-hmm. This is what y'all came for. Let's get to the best choreography for MTV, okay? The best choreography. Now, this is a award that is not, it's not voted on from the public. It's called a professional award. They have a lot of professional awards that the VMAs have that are not, voted on from the public. So who votes on that? Who makes those decisions? That's the question that's the question that I have, and we're gonna have to figure this out, y'all, because okay, let's just go with the nominees of this year and then we'll break down the category. Yeah, let's just do that. Okay, but let me first by saying this: the eligibility period for all the awards, including Best Choreography, okay? So, how MTV does this is the eligibility period is June the 22nd, 2023 to June 20th, 2024. Okay? So if you release it, and remember, this is a video music awards. So it doesn't matter when your album release, it doesn't matter when your single release. This goes by your videos when you release the videos, because this is a video VMA, hence video VMA. So if you put your single, and most time your single comes with a video, so it's usually the same time. So if your video single is released, again, June of the previous year, June 22nd to be exact, of the previous year, because in the previous year for us now is the 2023, to June 20th, 2024. If you have put out a music video between those times, you are eligible to be nominated, okay? I need y'all to hold on to that because that's where we need to talk about and understand why certain things was not nominated, because I am really baffled on that. I'm baffled. Okay, so this year for best choreography, okay, we have Dua Lipa, Houdini, choreographed by Charm LaDonna. Awesome. Love Charm. She's been nominated a lot of different times. She has a statue of her own. This is awesome. Charm LaDonna is a staple in this category because she's nominated always. We have Lisa Rockstar nominated, choreographed by Sean Bankhead. Love, love, love. He knows it. Y'all know it. Love Sean. We have Bleachers, Tiny Moves, choreographed by Margaret. We have Raul Alejandro, choreographed by Fifi. Shout out to Fifi. What up, Fifi? We have Tate McRae. Shout out to Sean Bankhead again. So he's nominated twice in the same award show. And he's done this before. This is not something new. He's been nominated twice. In fact, he's been nominated 3 times in the same year. We'll get to that. We have Troye Sivan, Rush, choreographed by Sergio Reyes. I hope I'm saying it right. Reyes. I hope I'm saying it right. That was an awesome video as well. So those are your 6 nominations for this year, 2024. Who we missing, y'all? Who we missing? Who are we missing? Instagram, who we missing? Where is Victoria Monet? This is a common theme in this video. Where is Victoria Monet's On My Mama? You're going to have to explain to me why one of the biggest videos, choreographically, virally, your mama and your grandmother was doing like, someone's going to have to tell me. I could not go nowhere for the past year without the song coming on, don't matter where I'm at, and at least a few people doing the actual choreography from the video. Like, you're going to have to tell me why this video was not nominated and why Sean Bankhead was not nominated. Yes, he's nominated twice this year. Awesome. Thank you so much, MTV. I'll speak for him. Thank you, MTV, for that nomination. But where is On My Mama from Victoria Monet and Sean Bankhead? You're going to have to explain that to me, MTV. I'll wait. I'll wait. Let's see. But they keep using her for clickbait on their socials. Correct. But they keep using her for clickbait. Correct. Like, you guys are gonna have to explain to me why Victoria Monet was not nominated for On My Mama. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. In fact, I mean, you could have put All Right in there too. You could have, because that was a major video, major choreography from beginning to end, strategically, every frame. So you're going to have to explain to me how that's not nominated as well. But I'll give you one because maybe, oh, that one just came out not too long ago, even though it did come out in the eligibility period, because I do my homework. Because All Right premiered June the 10th, 2024, and the cutoff is June the 20th, 2024. So it was 10 days before the cutoff period was supposed to happen. So All Right was actually eligible. On My Mama came out August the 14th, 2023. So that's eligible because that's eligible within the period, right? So if you don't want to put both in there, great. But you're going to have to tell me why On My Mama was not nominated. Again, MTV. MTV. We have a problem. Justice for Victoria Monet. Let's hashtag it right now, you guys. First of all, Victoria Monet is not performing this year. She's not. If I was Victoria, I wouldn't perform either. I just thought about it. I just thought about it. I wouldn't perform either. No, she's nominated in another category. She is nominated in another category. However, she's not performing this year. Why? MTV, somebody tell me why. Why? In fact, why Victoria's not performing? Why? Who else had like huge songs this year, you guys? Who else had huge songs? I'm looking at my the comments. Who else had huge songs? Why Money Long's not performing? What Made for Me was one of the biggest R&B songs this year. Why she's not performing? MTV, what's going on? Okay, so let's just break down this best choreography, award, actually. Let's just break it down. So, the first time it was ever given out was in 1984. So, some of y'all wasn't even born.
We was born.
Some of y'all was just born. Some of you guys were born that year. Some of you guys, it just all depends, But the first ever award for best choreography, can you guys guess who it was? Let me just see if you guys even know on here. But yes, the very first person that it went to was Michael Peters for Thriller. So if you're going to start a category, best choreography, and the very first one, inaugural award was given to Michael Peters, the legendary, the iconic. And let me tell you guys something. You guys use that word so loosely these days, it's ridiculous. But Michael Peters is truly an icon and truly a legend. And Michael Jackson, we don't have to talk about. But for that to be the first award given to Thriller, and if we go through the years, which we will, we'll see how it switched up a little bit. It switched up just a little bit, and that for me is a problem. So, but let's just give a couple of awards out, or Pafoooorm awards out, to the person who got this, great statue the most, which is Frank Gatson. He's the most decorated as far as VMA. So listen to what I'm saying. He's the most decorated choreographer, VMA. So that means he has the most awards for the VMAs. He has 6 awards to date, and Macaroni is right after him with 5. So it's Frank Gatson, and then it's Macaroni. Okay, but then if we're talking about nominations, and this is why I say Frank Gatson is the most decorated, because not only does he have the most actual wins, but he also has the most nominations with 11. So not only does he have the most statues, but he also has the most nominations. So that's why Frank Gatson is the most decorated when it comes to VMA nominations for Best Choreography. Okay. But he's followed by the legendary Tina Landon with 9. So she was nominated 9 times. Frank Gatson was nominated 11 times. So she was nominated 9. So shout out to Frank Gatson, Tina Landon, Michael Rooney.
Oh yeah!
Shout out to all of them. Yes, we give them a hand. Shout out to all of them for sure. But also let's shout out some of these actual artists as well, because a lot of artists are really involved with the choreography. People, I don't think, know that as well. So some give them the choreography and they like it or don't, and say, hey, give me something else or change this. But there are some artists that are actually in there and really involved and really collaborate. It's a collaborative effort. And some of those choreographers are for this. 7 performers has won the Moon Man. So 7 artists have won the Moon Man, including Michael Jackson, of course, including Madonna, including Janet Jackson, including Tiana Taylor for Fade. Shout out to my sis. So there's a lot of Beyonce as well. She's won one for Best Choreography. The actual artists who have put stuff in. So we have to, give it up for them as well. But the performer who's won the most awards, which has been 4, 7, who's won the most is Janet, as far as for her projects. So she's won the most. So between Janet and Beyonce has got the most wins. Madonna has the most nominations, which is 12. 12, okay? So that's major. But the most wins is Janet and Beyonce. So this just gives you a little insight of the actual award itself and how prestigious it is for a choreographer. I have had the honor to be nominated 3 times for this. I have not won. Y'all get no applause for no nomination. I said I will.
That's a high accomplishment. That's a high accomplishment.
That's just a nomination. It's not a win. However, but honestly, when people say it's just an honor, no, it really, really is. Because again, this is an award show that I was watching since I was 4, 5, 6, 7, and then to be nominated has been that's crazy. So yeah. However, so just to get the history of that, that's just a little history lesson about the award. Now now we can go and talk about some of the previous years on people who won and nominations, okay? This is all love to everybody, okay? Love to everybody. Hard stop. You gotta take a second for that. Because I want people to understand this is a hard stop. Hard stop. But let's go over some of the, I'm not gonna say controversial, but go over some of the previous nominations and wins, okay? But let's go over to, or should we go to this year? You know what? Let's go to this year. Let's go to this year's and a couple of previous years. So again, we already broke down this year's and who's nominated. Again, Oh, my mama should have been nominated. I'm going to stand on that hill. I'm going to fight the fight. In fact, let's start a hashtag. Hashtag. It should be short. It shouldn't be long. Hashtag Victoria MTV. Hashtag Victoria MTV. Okay? So we're going to do Victoria MTV. And we're going to have, or should we say justice for, see, that gets longer when you do that. Yeah. Victoria MTV. And we're going to put, what's up? What's up, MTV? What's up? Hashtag Victoria MTV. We're going to have to understand why Oh My Mama was not nominated this year. And then we're also going to have to understand why she was not able to perform this year or not slated to perform this year. Now, she is a surprise performance. It is what it is. But she's not performing as of right now. She's not advertised as a performer. So we're going to go with that. Let's see. What does it say? Victoria MTV? Victoria VMAs. That's better. I love that. That flow. See, that's why I love that's why I love my people. Let's do Victoria VMAs. Hashtag Victoria VMAs. Okay? Shout out to Say Naja for that. Shout out to Say Naja. Victoria and VMAs. Hashtag. Y'all gonna have to explain to us why Victoria Oh My Mama is not nominated, and then you guys gonna have to explain to us why she's not performing. Period. So let's get it out there right now, kids. And let me tell you why I feel like it's important that as dancers, as choreographers, as artistic directors, creative directors, everybody in those fields in particular, we love everybody. But right now, we're just gonna focus on choreographers, dancers, creative directors, and artistic directors. We're going to focus on those four just right now, okay? Come here. Come here. Let me talk to you. So you have to understand why it's important to support people who support you, okay? You're going to have to support the people that support you, you guys, okay? And Victoria Monet is one of those artists who not just push her choreographers and dancers to the forefront, but she credits every dancer. She thanks every choreographer, always, not sometimes, but always. Any interview, like this interview, watch this interview.
Rehearsing it for 2 weeks straight and in the wardrobe. So my days leading up to BET Awards, because I had my own rehearsals plus Usher tribute rehearsals, were like 16-hour days. Like, we were in it. And I had an amazing cast of all of these like iconic dance artists that were down to do the show with me. And I pulled in Aisha Francis for Usher tribute along with Sean Bankhead. And it was like, there were so many layers to the performances for me. One really big one was like the wardrobe changes that we did, like within 4 minutes, there were like 3 costume changes. So we rehearsed that down.
She didn't have to thank Sean Bankhead, but she did. And then when she won an award for BET for Best Music Video, see, that was for like, for Best Song or Video or whatever the case may be, she brought Sean Bankhead up on stage. She didn't have to do that, but she did it because she supports dancers. She supports dance. She respects dance. There's not a lot of artists who really respect dance. So when we have artists that come into this game and respect dancers or just the art of dance, period, as dancers, as choreographers, as creative directors, as artistic directors, you must. It is your job to support them because there's not a lot that do. So for that reason alone, I need you to hashtag Victoria VMAs and ask them why she's not nominated and why she's not performing, okay? Because we have to support the people who support us, always. Always. I mean, just in her last video, all right, she put choreography by Sean Bankhead in the beginning. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You know, I want you to correct me when I'm wrong, but I need you to acknowledge me when I'm right. And I'm going to need you to tell me when the last time or the first time you seen a music video that started, that means within the first 10 seconds, After the person's name, it said choreography by. And this was before the actual director. Because choreographers are directors of dance. Yes. So again, she shines light on all of us. So I'm going to need you guys to uplift my sister in this time. She didn't ask for it, but she deserves it, and I'm giving it to her.
Oh.
Okay? So that's what we are going to do. Hashtag Victoria Monet. No, Monet. Hashtag Victoria VMAs.
Ooh, that's so smooth.
Period. That's it. That's what we going to do, right? That's what we have to do. Because someone's going to have to tell me. Another person who does that very well is Tiana Taylor. Another person who does that real is Michael Jackson. Janet Jackson. Wow. There's a lot of artists who supports, loves, respect, and honor dance. So that's when we have to pull up. Because understand that imagine a world without dancers. Imagine a concert without dancers. Imagine a show without dancers. Imagine a video without dancers. Imagine a movie. Imagine Dreamgirls without dancers. Imagine Step Up, You Got Served, La La Land, the Barbie movie. Imagine a movie without dancers. So please understand what it is, okay? Again, I'm checking on these Instagram comments. Yes, Victoria VMAs, that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. I'm just checking these comments. Yes.
What we doing?
Yeah, oh, I love that. The VMA stands for Victoria Monet Awards.
Hey now! Vamos?
That's what we're going to do. The VMAs is now changed to the Victoria Monet Awards.
Yes!
The VMAs has now stands for Victoria Monet Awards.
Oh, my mama.
Just saying. That's what it is. Go, children.
Go, children.
We have a problem. But we're going to solve this problem, y'all. I promise you.
Monet is art.
We're here to solve it. Okay? Okay. So, again, we already talked about what happened this year as far as who's nominated. Shout out to Sean Bankhead, nominated twice. Now, this is just my opinion. Do what you want with it. In my humble opinion, there's no one more deserving to win this award this year but Sean Bankhead. Let me tell you why. Hard stop. Let me tell you why. Okay, he's nominated twice. You know, I know it doesn't mean nothing because he's been nominated twice before, and then he's been nominated 3 times before. But there's no one that's more consistent. Who has not been more consistent? Who it's just it is what it is. I'm gonna tell the truth. The truth shall set you free. Okay, and again, it's not like this award is gonna change anything in the grand scheme of things, but it's nice to be rewarded. Not award. You see what I did there? It's nice to be rewarded when you're working towards something and you've done something. And rewards is not always a statue because a statue don't mean nothing in real life. It's a paperweight. It's a you can show it off. It's but it's nice to be rewarded for your time, for your effort, for your talent, for your contributions to culture.
Thank you.
To your contributions of culture. So that's just my opinion. Now here comes the predictions. That's who I would love. I would love to see no one better than Sean Bankhead win this year. This will be his first win. Let's stop. Hard stop.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. This will be his first win.
That boy is a award.
That makes no sense. This will be his first win. So, yeah, he MTV, he needs this. He deserves this, yeah? So that's just who I really want to win. Now, who I think is going to win is different. Who I want to win and who I think is going to win are 2 different things. Now, who I think is going to win is probably Troye Sivan for Rush. That's just what I think. If I had to, and I only think that because I'm going off of MTV's previous years and how they have awarded the awards. That's why I think Troye Sivan is going to win. Who deserves to win is different, but who I think is going to win, because I'm only going off of the past. You can only go off of what you've seen, what you know. You'll be a fool to, just, I think this is going to. That's not what I think is going to happen. What I think is going to win is Troye Sivan. Here's the thing. Great video. Great choreography. Absolutely. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, it's trash. It's not good. Actually, it's great. It's good. And I'm not even mad if it wins. I'm not mad at it. I just want y'all to make it to it. That's just my personal opinion. That's my personal belief. And that's just what I think. Or that's what I feel, or what I want. But what I think is going to happen is I think Troye Sivan is going to win. And guess what? Shout out. It ain't like a couple of years ago when some other awards was given out and it was like, are y'all for real? Are y'all serious right now? Now, had all my mama been in that category, hands down, no questions asked, because of the impact. Like, here's the thing, too. What is MTV going off of selecting their winners for this category? Because it's not voted on. So who are the people who's actually making this decision? And then also, what are the things that are going into it? Because if we're going off of influence, impact, numbers, actual wow factor, and actual innovation, and actual time and effort, and actual wow, this is a great piece that will sustain and be a part of the capsule and culture and be there, then my mama should have been there, hands down. Hands down, it should have been there. So that's just my opinion. That's just my criteria, because I would go off of those things, when it comes to choreography. But that's why they need us, somebody, MTV. Okay, pull up MTV. I volunteer as tribute. I would volunteer to once a year be on a panel, be in the room, something where somebody can really give you a piece of the culture. And when I mean by culture, I mean dance culture, choreography, history, all of it. Please pick me. We talk about people that pick me people. I'm a pick me person. I will be a pick me person at this point. MTV. I will love Viacom. I would love to be a part of the selection process, and then not just selection, but tell you why, and show you the numbers, and show you, because it's not just what I feel, but it's also what I feel, what I love, what I'm inspired by, but also show you the impact and the forward thinking, and show how much time and effort and all of that. Please pick me. Again, I'm loving these comics. So pick me. Excuse me. Previous years. Last year, Pink Venom won from Blackpink. Great. Shout out to Sienna. Awesome. Shout out to you, Sienna. The year before, Full Out Courtland won for Woman. Awesome. Not mad at that at all. That was the year. That was 2022. And that was the year, actually. That was the year that Sean Bankhead was nominated 3 times. 3 times. He had Lil Nas X. I told you. He had that. He had Normani, Wildside. Who was not doing? Who was not doing? What party you went to and that came on and nobody was doing it? I need to see the party. Someone show me the party that you went to and they were doing it. And then he was nominated the 3rd time for FKA Twigs on that one, and that was Tears in the Club. And it went to Doja Cat, Woman. Guess what, though? Not mad. Not mad. Full Out Courtland, not mad. Y'all did that. And I'm not mad at that. See, those one of those things where it's like, yep, got it. Because it was awesome. It was great. So I'm not mad at it. And to keep going with previous years before that, let's go back to 2019 where we had Charm LaDonna. She won.
rightfully so for Rosalia and J Balvin, which was awesome. And shout out to Charm LaDonna, another LA native. 2018, we had Sherry Silver with This Is America. Come on now, hands down. Should have won, glad it won. Like, nothing else to even talk about. They should have won. Year before that, we had Tiana Taylor to win. Year before that, we had Jaquel Knight, Dana Foglia, and Chris Grant went for Formation. So, you know, it's been great winners. Previous years before that, amazing winners. So for those, congratulations to all the winners for that. Let's see who wins this year in 2024. And then also, you know, this just in, you know, Katy Perry is getting the Michael Jackson Video Vanguard of the award. She will be receiving that this year, and just announced she's supposed to be performing. And I think she'll be bringing out Doechii. She'll be bringing out Doechii because they have something new coming out. So expect Doechii to hit the stage with Katy Perry, which should be a good performance because Katy Perry always brings visuals, which is a good thing. Yeah, so remember, let's just see what goes on with the 2024 VMA. So let's do a quick little recap. Let's see who's going to win for Best Choreography. Again, Sean Bankhead should win. That's just my opinion. I'm rooting for Sean Bankhead, for him to win. And remember, hashtag Victoria, VMAs. And now the VMAs this year, it stands for Victoria Monet Awards, VMAs. That's what it is. So make sure you like, subscribe to the channel, Pafoooorm. We're going to have more to come. Make sure you tune in Thursday when I do an actual recap of the award show, which comes on again Wednesday, September 11th. That comes on Wednesday, and I'm going to do a full recap of the winners. Let's see if my predictions was right. And let's recap the performances. Let's recap the surprises. I'm going to recap the, you know, things that happen, because there are always things that happen at the VMAs. It's the VMAs, so of course a lot of things should happen, right? So I'll see you on Thursday. Make sure you like, subscribe. Make sure you come back for more. This is just the beginning, y'all. So make sure we come back and to do what? Always perform. I'll see y'all soon. Bye.